all seen movies like Taken and Man on Fire where human trafficking is a major issue. But what we don't understand is that this is not Hollywood coming up with some great movie idea. This is actually a real-life problem that affects millions of people around the world. Today, I'm going to give you information from arcofhopeforchildren.org, humantraffickingresources.com, and equalitynow.org. I'm going to tell you about human trafficking today and how it affects people all around the world. I'm going to explain what human trafficking is, where it is and is not accepted around the world, and the people who are affected by it. According to the Arc of Hope, around 800,000 people are bought and sold across international borders every year. They are exploited as slaves and for several devious sexual acts. Human trafficking is a million-dollar industry and it is growing every year. People are being exported from their countries of origin and taken to different places around the world. This happens so that the families of these people cannot find them easily. They're taken to other places and no one necessarily knows what country they end up at. There are signs to watch out for so you don't become a victim. The people that are doing the trafficking will lure you places with advertisements on billboards such as, "Earn a lot of money by doing this," or "Your life will be great if you come and apply for this job." But that's not what happens. They lure you to places that have more surveillance than you would think a grocery store needs, or places that have their windows barred more than necessary. And they also take you to farms where no one can happen upon you. Do not follow these advertisements. The people that escape from this have a lot of issues once they leave. They are forced to relive their experiences when they are questioned. They also have body images because they have been so abused and starved that they can't stand to look at themselves. And many of them are actually branded, and they cannot get a job afterwards because there's no way that you can hide that once you escape. Human trafficking has surpassed the illegal sale of arms and will soon surpass the illegal sale of drugs in the next few years. There are places all around the world where this is actually socially acceptable. In places like Greece and Ecuador, prostitution is actually a very legal thing. Human traffickers will take the people they capture to these places because it will be easier for them to be bought and sold there. In India and Pakistan, slavery is legal, so they will take them to these places so they're not questioned as much as they would in other countries. There are places where all forms of human trafficking have been made illegal, such as the United States, Great Britain, and North Korea. Even though it is hard for them to do human trafficking in these countries, that does not mean that it doesn't happen there. The most common countries that this happens in are Germany, New Zealand, and Venezuela. In Germany alone, there are 40,000 prostitutes, and 1.2 billion people use them a day. Germany has also stopped checking passports, so it is impossible to tell where they are being taken to. Even after all this information, I have not told you who's being targeted by human traffickers. Everyone can be a target, and it's for different reasons. 59% of these people are women being taken for devious sexual acts. They are taken in brothels and for prostitution. 14% are male and they are taken for labor. This is our most common definition of slavery. 27% are children. They are taken at a young age so they can be used more than once. They start off working in textiles and then when they grow up they move on to prostitution or labor. It doesn't matter what part of the world you are from. It can happen at any time in any place. Today I have presented you with what human trafficking is, where it is and is not accepted, and who is affected by it. So the next time you see a movie like Man on Fire, you will know that this is a real issue and not something Hollywood came up with.